Hello, my name is Franklin Bartal and I'm a master's student at University College London and Yale. Now when I wake up in the morning, I really crave something sweet to get me going. But a lot of breakfast foods like cereals and yogurt and oatmeal have a lot of added sugars and syrups. So how do I satisfy my sweet tooth while avoiding that sugar crash that added refined sugars can cause halfway through the morning? I found the answer in broiled grapefruit. It might sound a little weird, but I'll show you today how to make a naturally sweet breakfast in no time at all. So we'll start with our grapefruit. There are different varieties of grapefruit. Some are really dark red inside, some are a lighter color like this one. All grapefruits are really good for you, so you can choose whatever you like. They're all high in vitamin C and vitamin A. I'm going to choose this ruby red variety because it tends to be a little bit sweeter, and it also has a carotenoid that makes the pulp red called lycopene, and it helps lower bad cholesterols in your blood, so it might be a little extra good for you. So just wash the grapefruit, slice it in half horizontally. You only need half for this recipe because grapefruits are quite large, so you can save the other half in the fridge. Just cover the open end in some plastic wrap. So to help prepare the grapefruit, I'm going to take a sharp knife and you just carefully help separate the pulp from the peel by inserting the knife and then go all the way around the circumference of it. And then you can also take the knife and try to separate out the sections that naturally occur in the grapefruit right there. And this will help because when the grapefruit is cooked, it'll be nice and mushy, and you want to just be able to scoop it out with a spoon or a fork. So if it's already separated a bit from the peel, that'll help a lot. So what we're doing with the grapefruit is we're broiling it. The reason we're doing that is that grapefruits can be a bit sour and tangy on their own, and a lot of people sprinkle them with refined sugars, which we don't want to do. So when you cook the grapefruit, what happens is the natural sugars that are already in the fruit, the sweet taste is heightened when it's cooked. And because we're broiling it, what happens when you broil something is the heat source comes from up above. So anything on the surface of the food, any sugars, are caramelized, and that just intensifies the sweet taste. So we're going to take advantage of that caramelization process that happens when you broil a food by adding some more sugar on top, but some naturally occurring sugars. So choose your favorite fruit or any fruits that are on sale at the grocery store that week. Just slice them up and place them on top of the grapefruit slice, like I have here, some banana and some strawberry slices. And these fruits are higher in sugar than the grapefruit. So any sugars in here are going to caramelize. When you eat this together with the grapefruit, once it's cooked, it's going to be really sweet. Now something fun to do to kind of contrast the sweetness and the tanginess is to add a bit of spice at this stage. So if you want, I like to add a little bit of cinnamon. You could also add some nutmeg or some ginger if you have it on hand. It's fun. So when you broil something, you usually use an oven. Just put it on the broiler setting. The heat source comes from up above, so just let it heat up for about 5 minutes, and then you put the food on the rack underneath the broiler. Put a bit of aluminum foil or a baking pan underneath the grapefruit in case any juices spill out as it cooks, and it'll only take 5 minutes under the broiler. Now if you don't have an oven, a lot of students like to buy a toaster oven because they're really small, compact, they can fit on a counter inside your student dorm even, and a lot of them have a broiler setting. So that's another option for you if you don't have access to an oven. So just 5 minutes under the broiler, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's all done. It doesn't look very different, but you can just tell it's cooked now. The fruit is really soft, the pulp is gooey and warm, and it's browned a little bit on the edges, so the sugar has caramelized. It's really sweet now. And what I've done is I've paired this with some protein sources. I have half a cup of natural, plain, no sugar added yogurt. And I chose Greek yogurt because I find it tends to have a higher protein content. And I have a tablespoon of chopped up pecans here. You can choose any nut you like. Now, I chose no sugar added yogurt because we already have fruit here. So you can eat the yogurt with the fruit and it should be sweet enough. If you find that the yogurt is still too bitter, you can use a natural sweetener like a drizzle of honey as opposed to the refined table sugar. And within 10 minutes, no time at all, you have a beautiful plate of a well-balanced breakfast. You have natural sugars to get you going in the morning, and you have some protein to keep you going until lunch.